Maybe Tyson was the cleaner fighter in my opinion, throwing some good body shots as well. I don't know if they scored the body shots, but
Tyson Fury, great job.
The review of that, absolutely shit. Here's one. All the computers. Keep the humans going. More jobs for humans, less jobs for computers. Electric cars too while we're at it.
Former British professional boxer Amir Khan expressed his disappointment with the scorecards following the highly anticipated rematch. Khan voiced his belief that Tyson Fury deserved to emerge victorious, claiming the fight was closer than reflected by the judges' unanimous decision. According to Khan, the bout should have been scored as a draw, asserting that Fury earned far more than the mere 4 rounds credited to him on the official cards, leaving him questioning the judgment of the officials. Khan stated that Tyson has my respect and everyone else's respect a lot more than that. I just feel the scorecards were a little bit out, but that's boxing for you.
Usyk got the win. It is one of them things. It's boxing. Maybe what the judges saw. But obviously, we wanted Tyson to win. I had it very close. It could have been a good draw. Maybe Tyson was the cleaner fighter in my opinion, throwing some good body shots as well. I don't know if they scored the body shots, but
You think the scorecards 116, 112 are way too wide?
yeah, way too high. You know that Tyson winning 4 rounds. Like, what the hell? Come on.
Amir Khan further acknowledged Oleksandr Usyk's dominance in the sport, stating that the Ukrainian has been consistently defeating every challenger put in front of him. He remarked that there seems to be no one left to conquer, but added that he wouldn't mind seeing a trilogy between Oleksandr Usyk and Tyson Fury.
Usyk's fucking beating everyone, isn't he? Who's left? I don't mind seeing a third Fury Usyk.
When asked about Fury's future, Amir Khan suggested that Fury should consider taking on Anthony Joshua in a blockbuster bout that fans around the world have long been eager to witness. Khan added that after facing Joshua, Fury should consider hanging up his gloves and retiring from the sport.
Yeah.
If you were in Team Tyson or you're Fury's manager, what would you advise him to do next? Retirement, AJ fight?
No. Do the AJ fight and then call it a day.
How do you think the AJ fight goes?
Tyson wins.
By stop?
Stoppage. Yeah.
Evander Holyfield congratulated Oleksandr Usyk on yet another amazing victory, acknowledging his undisputed career at the cruiserweight and heavy and defeating Tyson twice.
Usyk, you done it again. From cruiserweight to heavyweight, and to beat the heavyweight guy the second time, great job, man.
Furthermore, the boxing legend Evander Holyfield offered words of encouragement to Tyson Fury, urging him to buckle up and lift his spirits following the tough loss. Holyfield expressed his belief that Fury has what it takes to bounce back. Advising Fury to relax, Holyfield stated, "Spend some time with your family, man."
Tyson Fury, great job. Man, I know you'll get back.
Tony Jeffries, the former pro boxer and Olympic medalist, took a strong stance and stated that he does not care if anybody agrees with him or gets upset with his opinion. He will say what he needs to.
Fight, and what I'm going to tell you on this video will probably surprise you and upset a few people, but I don't care because I'm going to give you my opinion. It's early in the morning, I've had my coffee, and I'm too low if I sit on that seat. So,
furthermore, he complimented the fight, saying it was great. He added that both fighters could not lose any bit of concentration, highlighting the point of the fight where Fury was switching his boxing stance and regretted immediately.
they could not switch off for a split second in the fight, because if they would get punished. Like Fury switched southpaw in, I think, the 6th round, and he got hit with the big left hand. And that prevented him from switching southpaw from the rest of the fight. You just cannot switch off at this high level.
Tony observed that scoring the bout was undoubtedly a challenging task. While Tyson Fury threw numerous punches, Tony pointed out that many of them were ineffective, landing on Oleksandr Usyk's gloves rather than connecting cleanly.
I just want to see, it was very hard to score this fight because the rounds were so close. There wasn't that much in each round. But when you really dissect it, it seemed like a lot of the punches Fury was throwing was landing on the gloves of Usyk. There wasn't that many clean punches Fury landed throughout the full 12 rounds.
He also addressed the commentary during the fight, noting that while commentators often suggested what Fury should do, the reality inside the ring is vastly different. Tony explained that when a fighter attempts to follow outside advice and it doesn't work, it can disrupt their rhythm and make it harder to build momentum. Tony stated, "Talking about consistency from round 1 to round 12, this is where we see Usyk's ability and talent and skills and just how much of a great fighter he is."
Fury did try and do everything that he could have done, but it just wasn't enough. And that's what a lot of the commentators were saying, and the commentators were saying he should do this, he should do that. Now the thing is, when you're outside looking in, it's the easiest thing in the world for us to see it. Fury should be throwing more body shots. Fury should be throwing that right hand more. He should be throwing uppercut more. It's easy for us to see that. But when you're in the actual ring, do you not think the fighters are thinking that?
Carl Froch, on his YouTube channel Froch on Fighting, analyzed the fight, describing it as close during the early stages, particularly up to the 6th and 7th rounds. He identified these rounds as the turning point when Oleksandr Usyk began to take control.
I've got to be totally honest, the right man won. It was a close fight. It ebbed and flowed a little bit in the beginning. From round 1 to about round 6 or 7, the fight was pretty close. I was scoring it. I give a round to Tyson, I give a round to Usyk, I give the second round to Usyk. It was like 3, 4, 5 rounds. I couldn't really split them. It was very close. And I think the turning point was probably from round 6, 7. Usyk got a bit closer as Tyson Fury started to tire, which I thought he would do.
Froch observed that Tyson Fury initially positioned himself at the center of the ring, appearing strong and assertive. However, it didn't take long for Usyk to find his footing and establish a solid stance. While Fury's approach seemed promising at first, Froch noted that it took Usyk 4 to 5 rounds to fully settle into his rhythm, which ultimately allowed him to dictate the pace and direction of the fight.
I thought Fury was going to come out a little bit more bullish and a bit more heavy. He was in the centre of the ring at the very start of round 1, and I thought this is what he needs to do. He's sort of backing up Usyk. But it didn't take long before Usyk got that right foot from the southpaw stance on the outside of Tyson Fury's left foot and just started peppering that jab and that overhand right from the southpaw stance and getting his feet in range. But it took him about 5 or 6 rounds to get into rhythm.
Froch further stated, "I have got to be totally honest, the right man won." Carl Froch expressed his belief that Oleksandr Usyk has achieved so much in his career that it might be the right time for him to retire. Froch emphasized his admiration for Usyk, noting that the Ukrainian fighter has not been significantly hurt or shaken in his bouts. While acknowledging Usyk's love for the sport, Froch suggested that he could continue fighting if he chose to, but questioned whether there were any compelling challenges left. Froch remarked that the only bout with real intrigue remaining might be a rematch with Daniel Dubois, which he believes many fans would want to see.
2 minutes. I've got my old work colleague here and my good friend Johnny Nelson. I've had to interrupt my flow there just to say to you, what do you reckon? Did the right man win?
Of course the right man.
What was you going to say then? You was pointing to me. Give me some. Come on, give me some.
Listen. You follow this guy here. It's the best pod going. The best pod going out of all.
Talking about Froch on Fighting.
Froch on Fighting. I love that shit, man.
What do you reckon? Right man won?
Right man won. I think.
British professional boxer Dave Allen shared his thoughts on the highly anticipated rematch, admitting that while he watched the fight, he didn't stay for the full 12 rounds. Based on the rounds he did see, Allen expressed his agreement with the judges' scorecards, acknowledging the decision as fair.
What I saw, I thought the decision was probably right, but I didn't watch the full thing properly, so I don't know. I'd like to see the third fight.
Looking ahead, Dave expressed his desire for a trilogy bout between Oleksandr Usyk and Tyson Fury, stating that he doesn't want to see either fighter face anyone else. Dave also added that Usyk and Fury have been out there on their own, but they took so much out of each other.
I don't want to see him box anybody else. I don't want to see either man get beat by anybody else.
Brian Davis, more popularly known as True Geordie, on his podcast The Game Plan, made some bold comments that not many Fury fans would have the heart to listen to. True Geordie stated that Fury coming in at 280 pounds was very bizarre. Initially, that weight had Geordie think Fury might do it, but Tyson, according to Geordie, Tyson fought a fairly safe fight. He claimed that Fury came in with the weight, hoping to land a big shot that may eventually knock out Usyk. True Geordie stated, "I am so baffled by the massive weight gain. I mean, surely that was for a demolition job, and yet at no point in that fight did Fury throw caution to the wind and absolutely go after it."
The fear of being knocked out was greater than his desire to win the belts, and that's why he fought the fight he fought. He didn't risk it all, and bizarrely came in at 280 pounds. You know, when I seen that, I thought, yes, he is going to go for it like that. But yeah, he came in with all that weight and fought a fairly safe fight, hoping that he would land the big shot.
Geordie stated that Tyson Fury needed to give everything he had in order to win this fight, but also claimed Fury was not willing to do that. Geordie compared Fury's desire to win with Anthony Joshua's, stating that when Anthony wanted to win, he pressed the fight against Daniel Dubois. He added that AJ may have chosen the wrong moment and got knocked out, but his desire to win was very apparent. AJ was not afraid like Tyson.
He wasn't willing to do that. I mean, look at the way Anthony Joshua went out against Daniel Dubois. He knew, I'm going to have to risk it all. Obviously, I think he chose the wrong moment in the fight. But the point was he was willing to go out on his shield to get that win. The fact that he got knocked out was a testament to how bad he really wanted to win it. He was willing to go there in order to get the win.
Gareth A. Davies, speaking on TalkSport Boxing, shared his detailed breakdown of the rematch between Oleksandr Usyk and Tyson Fury. He revealed that he scored the opening round as a draw and had Fury winning 5 rounds while awarding 6 to Usyk. His final scorecard stood at 115 to 114 in favor of Usyk.
I had the first round as a draw. I couldn't separate them But then I gave 6 rounds to Oleksandr Usyk and 5 rounds to Tyson Fury. So I had it 115, 114 to Oleksandr Usyk.
Davies further highlighted the judges' consensus and disagreements in their scoring. He pointed out that while the judges unanimously agreed on the outcome of 7 rounds, they differed on the remaining 5. This, according to Davies, resulted in all 3 judges scoring the fight 8 rounds to 4 in Usyk's favor, reinforcing the unanimous decision for the Ukrainian fighter. Gareth further stated, "It was a very, very close fight, very close indeed."
The judges agreed on 7 of the rounds through the bout, and they disagreed on 5, which is why we got that split. I mean, 116, 112 means 3 of them saw it 8 rounds to 4.
Gareth suggested that once the dust settles, there's a strong possibility we might see a third encounter between Oleksandr Usyk and Tyson Fury. He believes there's an unfinished story between the 2 fighters, leaving the door open for another chapter in their rivalry.
Close enough for us to want to see a third one? What do you think?
Yeah, maybe. I think when the dust settles, we may actually get a third fight, because it feels that maybe they haven't finished with each other yet.
Former pro boxer and trainer Malik Scott was one of those people that believed Tyson Fury had a solid 2 to 3 rounds to his name, but the rest were very close. Scott expressed his agreement with the judges' scorecards, stating that they accurately reflected the fight. He further acknowledged Tyson Fury's improved performance compared to their previous encounter, emphasizing that despite the loss, Fury demonstrated significant progress in the rematch. Malik stated, "Tyson didn't get hit with the left hook as much as he did the last fight."
Now, them scorecards was correct. I thought Fury won like 2 or 3 rounds clean, but everything else was like, a lot of those rounds was close rounds.
Scott says that Oleksandr Usyk is the type of guy that is tough to bully in the ring, highlighting his squirmy legs. He added, "It is tough to get a hold of him. Fury has no reason to have his head down. He did lose but performed well," said Malik Scott.
It's tough to bully Usyk. I don't care how big you are, how small you are, because his legs is so squirmy. He doesn't make silent agreements during clinch time, regardless of anybody's size. It was a real good fight, man. Fury has nothing to hold his head down about, but did he lose the fight? In my opinion, absolutely. Absolutely.
Scott was asked what the future held for each fighter, to which he responded by suggesting and advising both the boxers. Malik advised Tyson to pursue the fight with Anthony Joshua, whereas he advised Usyk to take a break and see what happens between Daniel Dubois and Joseph Parker.
Fury and Anthony Joshua is definitely one of the biggest fights in the history of the sport right now, and I think they should pursue that. And now Oleksandr Usyk should just go on rest and wait to see what Dubois and Joseph Park do next.
Makes sense.
Michael Bisping, the former mixed martial artist and commentator from England, firmly declared Oleksandr Usyk as the true heavyweight champion of the world. He highlighted Usyk's consistent dominance, defeating Tyson Fury once again via decision.
Is the true undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, regardless of the fact he got stripped of one of the belts. He just beat Tyson Fury once again via decision, once again eclipsed.
Bisping noted that Oleksandr Usyk hurt Tyson Fury on several occasions during the fight, even wobbling and clipping him, though it wasn't as dramatic as the 9th round in their first bout. He commended the judges for their unanimous decision, stating they got it right this time, with all 3 scorecards aligning in Usyk's favor. Even the much-debated AI judge sided with Usyk as the clear victor.
Tyson Fury wobbled Tyson Fury, had him hurt on a few occasions, but it wasn't like round 9 of the first fight. It wasn't as bad as that. It wasn't as dramatic as that. But I tell you what, the judges, for once in boxing, they got it right. All the experts had Oleksandr Usyk winning 116 to 112. So Usyk 8 rounds to 4 rounds on the side of Fury. And that's not one judge, not 2 judges, but all 3 judges. Even the artificial intelligence judge had it that way.
Bisping also expressed his concern over Fury's physical condition, commenting on his appearance during the weigh-in. Fury, he observed, looked soft, lacking the physique of a bodybuilder, which Bisping suggested could lead to quicker fatigue in the ring.
When Fury took his shirt off, I was a little concerned, okay? As an Englishman, I wish both men the best. But of course, you know, Tyson Fury's flying the flag for the UK. He took the shirt off, and we know he came in 55 pounds heavier than Oleksandr Usyk, and he looked very soft around the midsection. Now, of course, He's performed at a high level throughout the entirety of his career, not exactly looking like a bodybuilder.
Despite the physical toll, both fighters delivered on their promise, stated Bisping. He said, Tyson Fury looked sharp. He looked really good. Both men in the early stages they went to war. They both promised that they both said they were going to come out and do some damage, and that's exactly what they delivered. Bisping praised both men for their efforts, though he made it clear that Usyk was the more efficient and skilled boxer. Usyk landed more punches with precision and missed fewer, while Fury's accuracy faltered, particularly with uppercuts that narrowly missed their mark by mere millimeters.
Usyk, of course, was the better boxer. He was the more efficient boxer. He was landing more, missing less. Fury, of course, landed some good shots. He was ripping to the body with beautiful uppercuts. Missed the uppercuts to the chin of Usyk just by millimeters, right? Some of those shots that Fury was throwing, if they'd have landed, they might have knocked him out in the final rounds. However, that's not what we saw. Went to the judges' scorecards.
It was decided that the AI judge would serve as the fourth judge for the Usyk-Fury rematch as part of an experimental approach. While the AI's score aligned with the final decision, many boxing experts and pundits disagreed with its assessment, arguing that the score it provided did not accurately reflect the nuances of the fight. Despite its technological precision, the AI's involvement raised questions about its ability to fully understand the complexities of boxing and the human elements that contribute to a fight's outcome. Eddie Hearn voiced his opinion on the AI judge, asserting that it lacks the capability to function effectively in the context of boxing and should be discarded entirely. 3 judges scored it the same. I like it when that happens.
The AI judge had it 118, 110.
Get rid of the AI judge. The AI judge don't work.
Tyson Fury criticized the AI judge, dismissing its review as inaccurate and unreliable. He emphasized that judging a fight is a responsibility meant for humans, not machines, highlighting the limitations of technology in understanding the nuances of the sport.
By the review of that, absolutely. Here's one. The computers. Keep the humans going. More jobs for humans, less jobs for computers.
Francis Ngannou also voiced strong criticism of the AI judge, emphasizing its inability to grasp the intricacies of boxing. Ngannou argued that artificial intelligence lacks the necessary data and programming to effectively understand and assess the sport. He firmly stated, it's a man's sport, not a machine's sport.
No, I don't think AI might be intelligent, but AI don't understand the sport properly. You know, it's a man's sport, it's not a machine sport.
Underscoring his belief that human judgment remains essential in evaluating fights.
I don't think AI has all the specific or the data.
So, what do you think? Should AI be tested further for boxing, or will it never satisfy the boxing experts and purists? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let us know if you'd prefer to see a trilogy between Fury and Usyk, or if you'd rather see them face off against other opponents. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxism, where every punch tells a story.